Tamela Mann is one of gospel music's biggest stars, taking on the stage, television, the big screen, ministry, and music. The Grammy Award-winning artist is ready to release a new project, Overcomer, coming August 6th to your favorite digital outlet. She took time to call the Wyclef studios to discuss how she handled life during COVID, hot collabs on this project, and what makes her an overcomer. Overcomer, that's what we're here to talk about. And so, as soon as I saw that title, I was like, you know what? I know why she probably titled this Overcomer, because we've been through so much the past year, and just knowing part of your story. So really, can you tell me just why you titled this project Overcomer and what it means to you?
Why I named it Overcomer is due to the last 5-6 years I had been going through quite a few things, meaning I was suffering with my knees and wound up having to have double knee surgery. Where they actually did replacements, and then I had, as what we women go through, menopause.
Right.
Episode that nobody, you hear about people going through the change, but you never really hear anybody really tell you the details and how it can change your whole world. And with dealing with my family, my husband, it's just with the body, it's just a crazy thing that I cried a lot. I've cried a lot because it's like I didn't understand what was going on with my body. Right. And also, the other challenge that I've been dealing with my whole life is weight. And I decided to team up with Weight Watchers and take care of myself better for its health and wellness. So that's kind of how I came about the name Overcomer, and plus, because I had already did this song before the pandemic and all this hit. Right. I was like, I told David, I said, from what we've been dealing with, from a personal state for me, and two, like you just said, what the world has been going through, that with God, all things, and we can overcome this. If we all just work together, we can overcome and conquer this.
Right. And so with this album, just working through just the pandemic and all, like I said, that's been going on, and all your health issues and things like that, what's been keeping you motivated, to get through all of those situations and all of your busy work schedules and all of these TV shows, all of this stuff,
For me, especially with the music, right, with this Overcomer record, is I just wanted to bring some joy and hope to everybody, to just let people know that there's still mercy and grace in this world, that everybody's not cuckoo, and everybody is not out to get us. Right. I really wanted to be an encourager on that part, that if we just stay focused, we can't overcome, and we can't conquer these things, and God can heal our land. That's what one of the singles, Touch From You, came from, is to be an encouragement that all of us needed a touch from the Lord because of what we were going through, and that we can make it through all this stuff. And it has been hard, but love of family, it made me, just appreciate having a family and how we've all dealt with it, and with being away from each other for a minute there. Right. And then we got to the point where when we had Texas, we had a really bad freeze. Mm-hmm. So quite a few of my family members came, and actually all of us was staying under this same roof. Oh, wow. And it just really showed how you had to have teamwork. Right. And and for us, even with space and just taking out that time, I'll start walking a lot. So if I needed a little me time, I would just go for a walk. Yeah. So that's kind of how we really worked through it. But my faith, I just trusted and believed that God was going to help us and see us through all of this. That's how I really kept it all together. Okay.
And with this album, so one of the things I heard is that you wrote and produced a lot of this. So how was that really, getting in that driving seat and having so much creative control?
Oh, it was incredible, but it was been a lot of it took a lot of thought, process, and time. Right. I really enjoyed it, maybe too, because we did have the time down since, you know, the world wasn't up and about. You know, normally I'm trying to do dates and touring, and, you know, all that wasn't happening, so I didn't have to deal with so much hustle and bustle that I could concentrate on the music, on this CD, and I just, to me, it's really been a blessing, and especially with how I got to team up with a bunch of 30-year-olds. Look like all the producers I was dealing with, everybody was 30-year-olds, except for Kurt.
Right.
But other than that, it's like, it was just a joy that how all of it just started coming together, and I'm giving them my thoughts, and they're taking my thoughts and putting my words into song with me. They just helped me really build my confidence up more for as writing, and not knowing, you know, I've never talked about my life like I have with this song. That one of the songs is entitled Healer. You know, I was dealing with like the legs, and one thing, this one song on here is called He Did It For Me, hits home with me. I did an interview with one person, and after I did the interview, they talked to my radio guy, and he was like, they was like, why is she getting all this? Why is everything coming to her? Why is she, you know, people picking and things going so well for her? Right. And it really pricked my heart. It pricked my heart to the degree of, like, I've worked hard, Brian. I've worked hard. I mean, my family has sacrificed. I've sacrificed being away from my kids, my grandkids, you know, my family as a whole, to be, you know, to stand out in the forefront, to be out there encouraging people on, you know, out there in the world, when I probably should have, in some instances, been here at home with my own family. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it really hurt my heart. And it's a one line in on the song, He Did It For Me. God, you know, He gave me these gifts. He chose to use me. God chose to pick, you know, He picked me. I didn't do it. Right. I mean, the things that He's done for me is because of His grace and mercy, that He has done everything that I have. I give all glory back to God that He did it for me. And it makes me cry, because I'm like everybody else. I'm out here pounding the pavement, and nobody's just handing me anything. I'm working for it.
Right. People don't see that, you know, what you're doing in the background. What they say, they see the glory, but they don't know the story.
Right. And I tell people, you're looking at now, but you don't know my then.
Oh, right. And so,
because the struggle to get here, like you said. Yes, sir.
Right. And I can remember, I remember you performing at the Grammy Awards maybe 20 years ago. I don't know. It was a long time ago. And so you've really been out here, you know, with your feet pounding the pavement for a while, you know, and it's just really your time.
My first performance was with Kirk Franklin, And then me and Kirk did it maybe 3 years ago with Chance the Rapper. And that's the year that I won God Provides. So, you know, but it's work. It takes work. Nothing comes easy, and we're independent. Right. We're independent, so that means, like you say, we got to pound the pavement even more.
Right. And especially with streaming now, and, you know, it's kind of different with these deals, and music is kind of free, you know. So
yeah, how everything is set up, it is, and it's like trying to figure out what we gonna do. But when I tell you, the Lord has provided for me and my family. I've done better this pandemic than I have in my whole life.
Yes, Lord.
And it's just amazing how God has showed us grace and favor. And I'm so grateful for that. And that's like, even when it comes to this album, that I want people to walk away with hope, and that know that mercy is still out there. And like I was saying earlier, that everybody is that, you know, there are people still extending mercy.
Right. Yeah. And so we want to switch over to, you just mentioned Chance the Rapper. So I did hear that you worked with Wyclef on a song. So tell me about that and how that came to be.
How that came to happen is I was working with Kirk Franklin on another song, and I was just talking to him, and I was like, Kirk, I really want to do a Caribbean song. And he looked at me like, really? I was like, yeah. So when I go to the islands, I have something to represent. Right. Their culture and everything, and how much I really like it. I had never attempted to do anything on my own like that, but he went to do an interview, Brian, probably like 3 or 4 days later, after we just put that in the air. Right. He called me back, like, Kirk, he was, he was just he's so full of energy. Mm-hmm. He was like, what, I got a song for you. I got a song for you. He said, I got your Caribbean tune. I was like, what? Right. He was like, man, I was doing this interview and Wyclef played this clip of this song called Hello God. Mm-hmm. He had just the chorus to it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, man, I need that song for my sister. And he said, Tamela Mann, do you know her? And he said, Wyclef responded, yes, I know who she is. And it just tripped me out. I'm like, what? Really? Mm-hmm. So he called. He put Kirk put all of us facilitated, put Wyclef and my husband and I on the phone. And when you talking about, I felt like a little kid in a candy store, but I was standing. We had the phone on speaker, but I'm standing in the background tapping on David like, Wyclef was on our phone, like I'm talking to him. We talking to him, so. Because it was a pandemic, we had to do it. We did it separately. Okay. Where he did his vocals away, and me and Kirk did the other part here in Texas. Okay. So, but when it came together, like once some parts Kirk didn't even let me hear till later. Once we start mixing all the little parts that Wyclef put on there. Right. But I was just so happy to even find out that he was raised in the church. His father was a pastor. Mm-hmm. And not knowing, I had no idea that he was raised in church like me. Right. And it just really hit home with me. And I just feel like it's a very, very fun piece, a very encouraging piece that we wake up every morning and we thank everybody else and say good morning. But do we ever just wake up like with a thanks on our hearts and just say, hello, God, thank you for another day. Because it just brings this song. It just brings so much joy even when I hear it, and it make you want to bob. Yeah. It's one of the boppers, as the kids say today.
They call it what they call it, a bop, whatever.
Yeah, got that. Mm-hmm.
So the album. So when is it coming out? And also, I know the pandemic is going on, but are you going to go on the road with this? Are you going to, take on some dates to promote the album?
My plan is I got some dates coming, yes, okay, to that. And I'm excited. And I'm like, Lord, just hold us up so we can get out there and get the word back out. I'm really, it comes out August the 6th. Okay. You can pre-order now. All digital outlets. Just make sure you stream. I do have a couple videos out, like to Touch From You. We did a video to that. Yeah. That's on YouTube, and also Help Me. We have a video, and that's the latest single that's out now, and we're moving up the charts. It's doing really well, and the people are, it's just giving a lot of people some encouragement and help, that we can get help. And that song talks about us knowing, where our strength come from. It come from the Lord, but sometimes we need some earthly help. Right. Meaning, like, talk to somebody, and it doesn't make us crazy, because that's another thing we really don't talk about in our community. Mm-hmm. is mental health, and it's very important that whatever help, for us not to be ashamed, to just be transparent. If you need the help, it's okay to ask for that help.
Right. Okay. One last question. So, Take Me to the King was a huge hit. Do you ever get tired of singing that song? Because I know everybody requests that song.
They do.
And it's like...
of course, it comes with the territory. Yeah. And I just kind of try to, put a little twist on it here or there. Yeah. But, I don't know. It just resonates. Yeah. It's kind of like our characters, being with Madea and Mr. Brown, and my character Cora. It just resonated with people and all walks of life, and it's just amazing. When me and Kirk did that, we had no idea that it would do what it's done. Right. But just so grateful to God for it doing what it did, and You just send. I just want to send people back to God, that we can't do this alone, and to remember that He's our source. God is our source.
Right. And our strength. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Let me stop.
And man, that's one song. Did they send you the music? Did they send you any of the music?
Yes, a few of them, a few links,
Okay.
but not the full project. So.
Which ones did you resonate with? It? Anything resonate with you?
Yes, Overcomer.
You liked it?
Yes. It may be, another one of those.
It made you bop a little bit.
Yeah. It was really good. So
okay.
Really looking forward to, seeing this out and online, so folks can, just enjoy it and, get encouraged, because especially during this time when we're at home, some folks looking crazy, can't find a job right now. So we need music like this to keep us up and high, and to keep moving.
Lift our spirits. That's
Right.
what it's all. That's what it's all about. So I hope everyone enjoy Overcomer. I think it's something on there for everybody, and I'm just excited for it to get out. August 6th. Everybody, please pick it up, download it, stream it, tell somebody about it, and I really, really appreciate you, Brian.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.